Welcome to CBT Nuggets and welcome to Introducing Cisco Data Center Technologies 1.0. My name is Anthony Sequeira and I bet this is the series that you've been waiting for. We've completed one of the two series on the CCNA data center from Cisco Systems, and in that series, we were really looking at networking technologies in general. Sure, there was some specific focus on data center, but a lot of the content was just general networking knowledge type content. This is probably the series you've been waiting for. In this series, we're going to delve very deep into the specific technologies that we would find in a Cisco-centric data center. Let's jump in. Now, I want to do three things in this introductory nugget. I want to revisit the requirements for the CCNA data center and make sure you're 100% solid on those requirements and you understand what's going to happen in order for you to achieve that certification. Then I want to run through what we'll cover in this course, and I want to wrap up with our particular style here at CBT Nuggets, and I think you're going to quickly see why you're in the right place. Remember, when you have any question about a particular certification and its requirements, your answers are just a click away. Head up to Cisco.com, go to the training and events area, and one of the things you can do, I love, is just go to view all certifications. This is a great map of all of the Cisco certifications. We're interested in the CCNA data center, so go ahead and click on that. And we remember that there are no prerequisites for the CCNA data center. That's a bonus. We have two exams, two courses, the DCICN exam and course that I walked you through here already at CBT Nuggets, and then our focus 640-916 DCICT is your exam. Click on this particular hyperlink and you'll get more information. It's a 90-minute exam with about 65 to 75 questions. It's offered in English and Japanese. We register here at Pearson VUE. Here are some policies and requirements that you and your attorney should read closely. And then this is important. You want to review the types of exam questions. This is a tutorial that's going to show you your types of exam questions that you will face. Be sure to practice with this prior to going to your exam. The last thing you want to do is fumble with the mechanics of the question types in the actual exam environment. Go ahead and fumble around and experiment with them before you go to the exam. Now, something else that's very valuable here that you'll want to take a look at is the exam topics area. Yes, I'm going to be walking you through every single one of these exam topics in depth. You might want to copy this to the clipboard and then paste it into something like Excel, and you can literally make yourself a checklist in Excel or whatever your favorite app is for such software, and then go ahead and literally gauge your knowledge of these topics as we move through them. So valuable resources up here, and of course that is a nice review for us of what is required in order to achieve the CCNA data center, and it really comes down to two exams. Now, what are you in store for in this particular series? Well, we're going to start out by talking about the Cisco data center architecture. Yeah, you're really going to enjoy this, even if you're not into design topics. I think you're really going to enjoy taking a bird's eye view of the exact architecture that Cisco likes to promote when it comes to building a data center. Then we'll get real practical real quick. We'll take a tour of the Nexus and the MDS family of devices. So you'll get to know components like this fabric interconnect we have depicted up here, and we'll get to know the storage equipment of Cisco as well. We'll then talk about key monitoring capabilities that you're going to want to have when it comes to this Nexus equipment. We'll then talk about virtual port channels. Sure, you're probably familiar with Ether channels, where we use multiple links redundantly to connect two devices together, and we trick spanning tree protocol. We covered this in depth in the previous series here at CBT Nuggets on CCNA Data Center, but we'll kick it up a notch in this particular course, and we'll talk about virtual port channels, the ability to bundle connections together that are leading to different devices, something that we never thought possible with Ether channel. We'll talk about overlay transport virtualization. Yeah, we'll talk about how easy this technology is to connect multiple data centers and to not have loops at layer 2 when we do that. We'll talk a lot in this course about virtualization. We'll focus on virtualization of things like network devices, virtualization of storage, virtualization of particular servers themselves, and any discussion of virtualization in Cisco wouldn't be complete without focusing on the 1000V, that remarkable virtual Nexus switch from Cisco and VMware, and we'll be going in depth on 2 nuggets, by the way, 2 nuggets dedicated to that remarkable device. We will focus on storage area networking in this course. Glad you're here with me. Now, it might be the case that you could absolutely care less about Cisco certification, and that's fine. Just because I take a test every week doesn't mean that you necessarily want to do that. Now, also, it might be the case that you don't really care about that we're going to take to this course is to, like we did with the last course I'm showing you here, is to break it down into small, digestible chunks that are very clearly labeled for you. And by the way, our nuggets tend to be about 20 minutes in length. So for instance, if you're looking at the previous course and you say, you know what, I'm just really interested in the NXOS software, you would know, okay, I want to watch this nugget on the NXOS software introduction, then I want to look at the features, then I want to look at using it, then I want to look at building VLANs in it, for example. You could focus on those particular nuggets that deal with that particular topic. We'll do the exact same thing in this course. Very digestible, very focused, very real world centric nuggets so that you can master this. Going through the CBT Nuggets series here. We talked about the particular juicy topics that we are going to get into in this course. It's why you've been waiting for this course so patiently, I bet. And then finally, we talked about our style here at CBT Nuggets. We're going to make 20-minute nuggets, very topic focused for you, that go into great real world depth on the technologies. If you watch all of the nuggets, passing the appropriate exam will be simple, and it's really just a byproduct of watching all of those intense nuggets. Well, I hope this has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.